Good morning, student of class 8. Today we will study chapter number 8 on saying please. By the chapter name, you understand on saying please. How to say means suppose that you are saying anyone, and if you are using please, then it focus on it. What are you asking? So here this chapter about on saying please, and here some activity before it. Activity not here, actually four lines about courtesy, and some writers they have given his her views about courtesy. Here courtesy is as much a mark of gentleman as courage. Actually try to understand the meaning of courtesy. Courtesy means manner. Okay, it means manner, like. Okay, so there are four writers they have said about courtesy. Courtesy is as much a mark of gentleman as courage. Courtesy is the one coin you can have, never too much or being or be stingy with. John Van Marker. And the third is the small courtesies sweeten life, the greater ennoble it. Christian Nestle Bowie. And all doors open to courtesy. If you are mannered, so all doors are open for you. Now read and enjoy this chapter. What is about description? Now listen carefully. The essay on saying please, that was written by A.Z. Gardner, highlights the importance of courtesy in our life. So this chapter on saying please, it is just highlight, it shows the of courtesy, importance of manner in our life. Courtesy means exactly, if you know in Hindi, so that will be sistachar. Okay. So A.Z. Gardner, the writer of this chapter, illustrated the importance of courtesy through examples from everyday life. The writer just illustrate everyday life, how we have to behave, we have to do, and the theme of the essay revolves around the issue of manner. And while we might be frustrated with the rudeness around us, so the theme of this essay that going round and round with the issue of manners, how we are behaving, and sometimes it might frustrate with how with the rudeness around us, and individuals can counter it by demonstrating good manners to one another. So, individual means any person can counter it. It can be defeated by how? By showing, demonstrating good manners to one another. It means suppose that two persons are talking together. Now after discussion, it's look like one person is totally angry, but the next person is quite calm, then it not possible that fight will be. If both persons are angry, then there is a possibility of fight. Okay, if both are talking together very politely, so no problem will be. Okay, now let us start. The young liftman in a city office who threw a passenger out of his lift the other morning was fined for the offense was undoubtedly in the wrong. It was a question of please. The complaint entering the lift said top. The liftman demanded top please, and this concession being refused, he not only declined to comply with the instruction but hurled the passenger out of the lift. This, of course, was carrying a comment on manner too far. Discourtesy is not a legal offense, and it does not excuse assault and battery. If a burglar breaks into my house and I knock him down, the law will acquit me, and if I am physically assaulted, it will permit me to retaliate with reasonable violence. It does this because the burglar and my assault have broken quite definite commands of the law. So now I am going to explain, listen carefully. Now it is the scene of a lift. There is a building. In the building there was a lift, and there is a lift man also who was just entering the passenger, or maybe any people has come. Now one day there is a passenger is going up to the top of the building, but on that morning, the lift man had just threw the passenger out of the lift. Why? Because the passenger has not said top, please. He said only top. But the lift man wants top, please. And after he not said, so then the lift man has just threw him out of the lift. And after that, the lift man was fined also for this act. And this, of course, was carrying a comment of manner too far. And now there is a discussion of it. What discussion? That like this, they suppose that any person has not said please, so any person can throw him out of the room, out of the lift. It's a good, because but it's not good. So he discourtesy. Okay, if you are not showing manner, right manner, so it's not any legal offense. But it is not crime like. You have not done any guilty. Police will not arrest you. Okay? And it does not exceed assault. But it's not mean that you can behave very differently to any man. Suppose that now the writer is saying, suppose that if a burglar breaks into my house, suppose that any burglar, any thief like has just entered into my house, and I knock him down, and that person I knock him down, the law will acquit me, and I am physically assaulted. So what will be? The law means according to the law, the law will acquit me. Means there are some punishment for me. Maybe I will physically assaulted. Assaulted means attacked. But here one more line is there. If I am physically assaulted, it will permit me to retaliate. Suppose that burglar is just trying to hit me, and in surviving for, I have just attacked him on, then there is not any crime I have done. Okay? It's a legal offense like. And because the burglar and my assault have been broken quite definite commands of the law. This is the reason it's not good. But next page. No legal system could attempt to legislate against bad manners or could sanction the use of violence against something which it does not itself recognize as a legally punishable offense. And whatever our sympathy with the lift man, we must admit that the law is reasonable, and it would never do if we were at liberty to box people's ear because we did not like their behavior or the tone of their voices or the skull of the on their faces. Up to here I will explain it. So, but the no legal system could attempt to legislate against bad manner. There is no rule. If you have done something bad manner to anyone, so there is no legal punishment for you. Okay, and which does not itself recognize as a legally punishable offense. And whatever our sympathy, I mean, suppose that some are showing sympathy with the lift man, but we must admit the law is reasonable. But we have to understand what is the good things that we have to do and we have to follow. And if we were all at liberty or box people's ear because we did not like their behavior or the tone. Some means suppose that some people are talking together. Some people's tone or talking or behavior we don't like, and some people like, but what can we do? We can do nothing. So like this, the writer of this chapter, A.G. Gardner, is trying to convey the message to us. Okay, our fist would never be idle. From this tomorrow I will explain it. Thank you for